Hi, this is Russ Bucher from ControlMyNikon, and in this tutorial we're going to take a look at how you can control your camera with your voice. This is very simple in ControlMyNikon by using the built-in speech recognition capabilities of the Windows operating system and the speech trigger within ControlMyNikon. And we're going to take a look at how to configure this and get it all to work. The first thing you need to do is ensure that you have your microphone configured in the operating system. So I'm just going to bring up the control panel. You may have seen already on the sound trigger video tutorial how to set up your microphone, and it's very easy to do. You just go to the sound applet in the control panel and ensure that your microphone is detecting your voice, and here you can see that this one is detecting my voice. You could set the levels by double clicking on it and ensure that the levels are loud enough. Some microphones by default are very quiet and you have to increase those levels a little bit, and you just move these sliders a little bit to do that. So let's say that you have your microphone functioning properly, and now you want to get speech recognition working. Before you even try using it to trigger ControlMyNikon, it's important that you have it working and recognizing your voice properly within Windows. So in the control panel, if you go to speech recognition, there are a set of utilities here that allow you to configure speech recognition. And you can set up your microphone, and it's going to take you through a wizard that will ensure that your microphone is working properly. And then it'll give you a speech tutorial, and this one takes a little bit of time. It might take 10 or 15 minutes, but it's well worth it because you'll learn exactly how to use speech recognition across all of your applications in Windows. A very important part is to train your computer to better understand you, and it will present some text for you on the screen that you need to read. This takes 15 or 20 minutes. It will help the computer understand quirks and characteristics of your voice. And if you don't do this, it will have a lot lower success of detecting the words that you're speaking. Because in ControlMyNikon, we're going to be defining a set of words or phrases to tell it to connect to the camera or to shoot or start a script. And you want to ensure that the computer can accurately recognize those words or phrases. So this training is necessary. Once you have done all of this, and to test whether your speech recognition is working, all you need to do is bring up a Notepad. And this is just a standard Notepad document. And then start speech recognition. And you can just shut down ControlMyNikon altogether while you do this simple test. Then you go here and you turn it on so it's listening. Okay, so now just click in your notepad and grab some text from something and just start reading. Reading text to your computer to improve your computer's ability to understand your voice is very important. Period. New line. Doing this isn't necessary, but can help improve dictation accuracy. Period. New paragraph. This simple test shows you that the computer can properly recognize your voice. And once you're able to do something like this, then it's time to go to ControlMyNikon and configure it to recognize your voice. So I'll just shut down my notepad. And I'm going to shut down this little microphone controlling application that Windows brings up when you did voice recognition. We're not going to be using this when we do ControlMyNikon voice recognition. Okay, so now I'll start up ControlMyNikon, and we'll bring up the speech recognition trigger. So here it is under the trigger menu. And this is our speech trigger, and you can see it's already attempting to recognize my voice. And whatever you are saying is going to show up down here. So you can use this to test the accuracy, but basically we need to use this window to map the ControlMyNikon commands to a spoken word or phrase. So I'm going to also bring up the log, and this will help us do some troubleshooting. So for this particular command of connect, we have the word or phrase called connect. So let's give this a try. I'm going to just say the word connect, and let's see if it tries to connect our camera. Connect. Whenever a word is recognized, it will highlight it in the list, and it'll also put it in your trigger log. So I'm going to try disconnecting. Disconnect. And we can see by the activity over here that it really did connect and disconnect. So this time I'm going to try connecting, and then I'll try some shooting. Connect. Shoot. And the camera triggered the shutter and retrieved the image. So there's a bunch of different types of commands you can use here. You can tell it to autofocus and shoot, or autofocus only, or start a script or stop the script. You can start a live view or stop it, and even for video you could start and stop recording. These are all very handy if you want to be able to not touch your camera and use it in a remote manner. This can be very useful if you're just doing some light prototyping. So you might have your composition set up perhaps as a macro or a product shot, and you might have one light in one hand and maybe another light in the other hand, and you're just moving these lights around and just telling it to shoot. It just really gives you an extra hand, so to speak. So we're going to try this one more time. I'm going to just take a shot. Shoot. And then I'm going to disconnect. Disconnect. Now you can customize these different words or phrases. All you need to do is select one and then double click. So I'm going to try say AF only. I'll double click, and it's going to bring up a dialog. And so instead of autofocus here, I could just say, for example, just focus. So now that we have the new phrase, I'll give it a try. Just focus. And it found it okay. Depending on your own personal speech patterns, some words are easier to say than others. And for me, I'm not a real clear speaker, so I have to be careful about what words I use. You need to experiment sometimes with the words or phrases that will work best for you. So that's it. That's how you configure ControlMyNikon to use speech recognition. Happy tethering.